Hello, and thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. I'm going to be doing the Capricorn energy reading. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not. All right, so we have the current situation is the Two of Pentacles, and that's being crossed by the Knight of Cups. What do you need to focus on? We have the Six of Swords. What are you leaving behind? The Six of Wands. Your strengths, Eight of Pentacles. Near future, we have Queen of Wands. The advice is the Queen of Pentacles. The environment is the Four of Wands. The hopes and fears is the Lovers. And the potential outcome is the Strength card. Overall energy is Three of Pentacles. I feel that this is a situation that's going to make you feel stronger, even though at this moment you're not really seeing that, you're not really feeling that. I feel like it's something that is going to make you more powerful. I feel that it's moving away from taking the easy way out. That sometimes taking the harder path, you actually learn more. And you gain more from that, even though that's hard to understand. And it's, well, you know, that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling from this reading. I feel like it's learning to trust yourself more and that you can handle more than what you think. So we have the current situation is the Two of Pentacles, and that represents balance and back and forth, and you know, kind of that grounding energy with the pentacles there. And it's also balancing different areas of your life, relationships and work and personal time and time to get things done. And I feel that you're just kind of overwhelmed with that you feel like you're kind of spread thin right now because it's being crossed by the Knight of Cups, and that's your emotions and your feelings. And you're feeling overwhelmed, that you can't really achieve that balance in the different areas of your life. Like if you're spending a lot of time getting one thing done, then there's another area that is lacking and it becomes overwhelming, and then it creates a lot of tension and anxiety. The question is, what you need to focus on is the Six of Swords, which is moving forward. How can you kind of go towards calmer waters? How can you calm things down? And I feel that sometimes it's taking that step back and saying, okay, let me prioritize. And I know that for me, trying to get everything done with all of the videos and the both channels, and I'm trying to do an Instagram, and I feel this pressure to do, you know, TikToks and all of these things to try and get my channel out there. But when I do it, when I feel too overwhelmed and I'm trying to do everything, I feel like I get nothing done. But when we prioritize and you do one thing and you feel comfortable with that, then you add more in. And when you prioritize, okay, this is what needs to be done right now in this moment for today. And instead of me worrying about what am I going to get done next week, I just need to focus on this moment. So I feel like what you need to focus on is how sometimes we just have to sit back and brainstorm and say, okay, what would make my life easier right now? Is it delegating to somebody else, right? Is there something that you need to have done that maybe if somebody else was doing that it would make your life easier? And to prioritize yourself and say, okay, what do I need to focus the most on right now? Where is my attention needed? And sometimes we feel that it's giving up control or it's giving up power, but really it's not. It's gaining it because we're able to spend time doing the things that we're most needed to do and that we can give our best effort to. And I kind of feel like that's what this is here. It's kind of giving up your power over here. But it's not in the sense that you're losing. It's in the sense that you can't control everything. You can't always do everything. It would be nice if we could do absolutely everything, but you can't always do everything. And it's, can you source things out for someone else to do? Your strengths are the Eight of Pentacles, and I like that because it's kind of like being able to take a closer look at things and really see what's going on with this Eight of Pentacles, as he's really looking closely at that Eight of Pentacles and seeing the details. And I feel like you're able to, when you're in the frame of mind, I feel like you're able to really focus on what's important and put a lot of work and effort into it and dedicate yourself. And it's almost like you become very focused with things, and you're like, okay, this is what I need to focus on right now, and that you're not really distracted with other things. In the near future, we have this Queen of Wands, and I love that because I feel that she's very powerful and she's in control and she's taking action. Sometimes that's what we have to do, is we have to try different things and see what works. But at least we're trying something, right? Instead of just being overwhelmed with everything, saying, okay, I got to fix something here. I got to do something, right? Something's got to change. I got to stop the bleeding, you know, as they say. So what is it that I need to do right now in order to get this balance back in my life, whatever this may represent to you? And how do I feel like things are back under control? And yes, as soon as you get things under control, then something else happens. But if you learn, okay, this is what works for me. So for me, I like prioritizing things. I like being able to write a chart and then say, okay, this is what needs to be done on this day, and this is what needs to be done on that day. I also saw that there's some apps that are out, like for cleaning. And like for my sister, she has a schedule on her refrigerator, and she has what she, as cleaning wise, what needs to be done on each day. So that way she's not being overwhelmed with having to do it all at once, or that she doesn't want to do anything because there's too much to do. It's like each day she does a different thing. And I saw that there were some apps out there that kind of have that list so that you're not feeling overwhelmed. Is there an app out there that can help you? Is there someone else, suggestions from other people, or how other people are doing things that can help you to regain this balance in your life, and for you not to feel so overwhelmed? It's up to you to step up to the plate and say, I'm really feeling overwhelmed in this situation. How can I change this? How can I fix this? Right? Not waiting for other people or things to happen. It's like, let me step up to the plate and let me make the changes now. And that's what empowers you here with this Queen of Wands. It also gives you a sense of calmness. So this is the advice, is the Queen of Pentacles. And to me, it's like the advice is being your own best friend and seeing that if you're struggling with something, what can you do to help yourself in this situation? What can you do to help yourself out? What can you do to make things easier for yourself? And also bringing in a sense of calmness with that Queen of Pentacles, because she's someone who has that calmness within her, with that grounding energy and the Pentacles. We have the environment is the Four of Wands, and I feel like it's coming back together, feeling calm. I just feel like it's a sense of calmness and working things out and figuring things out. Hopes and fears, we have the Lovers, and I feel that it's kind of, you know, are you going to have time for those things that are important to you? And it's also about bringing your relationship together. When you feel you are in a good place and you feel that things are balanced and you feel that, okay, I got a handle on everything, your relationships become better. Your relationships become stronger, right? Because when we're stressed and when we're having a lot of anxiety around us, then we start to snap at the people around us. We have a short fuse, everything irritates us, we're getting angry about things, and it creates tensions within our relationships, right? So if we're able to kind of head things off or realize what's going on, then, and we bring this calmness to ourselves, then it's like we're actually doing that not only for us, but also for our relationships that we have around us. Because then we're not, you know, when you're tired and you're stressed and you have anxiety and you're in a bad mood, you just kind of, you know, you snap at everyone. And, you know, sometimes it's even like you snap at yourself. You know, you're like, why did I do that? Or why did I say that? So it's just like, it's also figuring this out and taking control of the situation also helps your relationships that are around you. Also, I feel that it's very important for communication to say, hey, I'm struggling right now. I'm trying to figure this out. So I might be a little, you know, under pressure. And so it also could be that. It brings a sense of self confidence and strength within yourself with this, with the final outcome or energies that are coming in for you is the strength. And it's confidence in yourself. And again, with the overall energy with the Three of Pentacles, it's like this is something that you have to work on. This is something that you have to focus on. This is something that you have to deal with. And it's, yeah, it would be nice if people could just come in and kind of fix our problems, or, you know, help us out, or say, oh, this is exactly what you need and let me do this for you. But we have to step up to the plate ourselves and say, okay, this is what I'm dealing with, and this is what I've got to change. This is what I've got to focus on, because I don't want it to get out of control. I don't want it to affect my relationships. I don't want to feel like it's so chaotic that I'm just, you know, exhausted and filled with anxiety all the time because I have so much going on and so much on my plate. Let's grab a animal oracle. We have Snake Spirit, time to heal. And it is a form of healing yourself, that if you're struggling with stress and anxiety and you're feeling overwhelmed and you feel you have a lot on your plate and you feel that you have a lot of going on, then it's like we're working against ourselves, and it's time to heal ourselves, and it's time to realize, okay, I have to do something to help myself. I have to do something to heal myself, because I can't keep going like this. Let's grab a Star Dragons. We have grief, accepting loss. I kind of feel like it goes with realizing that we can't do it all. And that doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean a negative thing. It means that we're smart, because we're realizing that we can't handle it all, that we can't do it all. And that sometimes I don't feel that it's loss and that you lost something. I feel like it's kind of realizing what your limits are and saying, okay, what can I do to help myself? You know, and it's, you know, sometimes some people, they just feel like I can do it all, and, you know, I want to be in control of everything, but that puts a lot of burden on yourself. And it's like, I feel like it takes a stronger person to realize their limits and to delegate things and have people help them. I feel it takes a stronger person to do that, rather than someone who it just doesn't want to hear it and doesn't want to acknowledge things and say, where is my time most needed and best spent? Let's grab a Whispers of Healing. We have answers within. Yeah, the answers are within you, and that's what I said. It's all up to you. I said it's time for you to take charge of this. It's time for you to heal yourself, right? The answers are within yourself on what it is that you need to do in this situation. Sometimes we don't like to hear those answers. Sometimes we don't want to deal with those answers. Sometimes we don't really want to know that we have our limitations, especially when we get older. I mean, I know that for me, mentally, you know, I'm accomplishing everything that I used to accomplish, but physically it's not happening. You know, I get tired quickly. The weather affects me more. I get stressed easy, because I've always been stressed. But I just feel like I can't do as much as I used to do. In my mind, I'm doing it, right? I'm moving the furniture, or I'm, you know, working all day, and, you know, it didn't used to bother me, but now it's like things exhaust me and make me so much, you know, make me tired sooner than it was before. And some nights, you know, I just go to bed and I'm completely exhausted. I'm like, I don't feel like I really even did that much. And, you know, I used to be able to handle all this stuff, and now I can't do what I used to do. And I feel like it's kind of realizing our limitations. And no, we don't like to hear that, but it's because that's what helps to preserve us to be able to go further rather than burning ourselves out sooner. We have reconsider. So rethinking, right? Rethinking and saying, yep, you know what? Maybe I do need someone to help me. Maybe I do need someone to take some of the burden off. Maybe I do need someone to assist me and to take some of these things off my shoulders. Let's grab a Wisdom of the Oracle. We have Thinker. Time to think. Take a break. Think about things. Think about when you're able to realize this now, it makes it easier in the future, right? And kind of realizing, okay, I'm going to have to start cutting back, or I'm going to have to, you know, how am I going to balance things out here? how am I going to even this out here? And kind of seeing that if things start to build up again, then it's like, okay, it's time for me to make another adjustment, right? It's time for me to make another assessment here. Let's grab an energy oracle. We have Goddess of the Moon, and that's your intuition. And it's connecting with that, and it's listening to that and saying, you know what? Even though I don't want to hear it, I do have limitations. Nobody likes to hear that they have limitations, right? Because we want to do it all the time. But if we're struggling, it's recognizing that and saying, what can I do to help myself? Let's grab a psychic tarot. I feel like this one we have trapped in fear. So 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is about holding yourself back, and holding yourself back from maybe exploring new things. If we're spending so much time doing the things we don't really want to do, then we're not able to spend the time doing the things we do want to do, or enjoying the things that we do want to enjoy. And it's like we're holding ourselves back, even though we feel maybe proud of ourselves because we're doing everything, but then we're also limiting ourselves and we're holding ourselves back. And maybe it's also feeling trapped in fear that, oh, I don't want to get older, I don't want to be limited, or I don't want to feel, you know, like I can't accomplish something or do something. It's realizing, okay, these are my limits. And I'm the same way. Like, there's been times like when I was helping my mom, my dad had passed away, and so we were moving some furniture around and we were putting stuff out for a sale. And my son was like, you know, don't carry that, don't lift that, don't do those boxes. I was telling my mother not to do that, and my son was telling me. It was kind of funny, actually. And it was like, no, like, I don't want to feel like I can't help or I can't do it. And, you know, I kind of pushed myself, and I was really tired. And then the next day, when it came to move things, I was like, you know what? I can't lift that. I can't do that. It's too heavy for me. I know that I'm not going to be able to carry that down the stairs. And I realized, okay, it doesn't mean that I'm not helping. It just means that I know my limits, because I don't want to end up hurting myself, because I've done that before where I've lifted a TV and I hurt my back. This is when the TVs were heavier. And I was trying to move some furniture and I ended up popping something in my back, and oh, that hurt so much. I almost thought I was going to throw up. Like, I literally had to go over to the sink. I thought I was going to throw up. I didn't, because it was a horrible popping noise. And I don't know what I did. I think I popped a muscle or something. It didn't feel like it was like with my back. So it just took me some time to get past it, but it still bothers me to this day. And that was probably 10 years ago. And every once in a while, if I move the wrong way or I sit in an uncomfortable chair, that same area, and I don't have as much range of motion in my leg because of that either. And I don't know what I did, but you know, it cut down my range of motion. And if I hadn't have done that, then I wouldn't be going through this. And I have back pain now. And it's, if I move a certain way or I'm not careful, that it'll bother me. So it's like realizing, okay, if I didn't move that TV, then I wouldn't be going through the pain and the discomfort that I'm going through now. And kind of realizing, well, thinking that the next opportunity, so it's like, okay, I'm not going to move that. I'm not going to lift that, because I don't want to end up going through what I've already gone through. Let's grab a fortune reading card. We have Lion. Harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. So being strong and confident. And that goes with the strength card there. Like, you have the 2 lions there. And it's like having that strength and confidence in yourself, and to say that you're looking out for yourself, so that down the road, right, you're not hurting yourself, or you're not, you know, making yourself really tired, or you're looking out and saying, well, I'm preserving myself now so that, you know, the quality of life later is better. And it's all about perspective and how we look at it, right? And if we're looking at ourselves and we're saying, well, I'm weak and I'm old and I'm, you know, I can't get things done anymore, or we're saying, you know what, I realize my limits now and I want to, you know, I know what it is I can help with, and I know where I have to draw my lines and I need to ask for help for. And, you know, and I know my limits, and it just works out better in the long run because you're not feeling anxious and you're not feeling stressed and you're not feeling run down. So again, it's looking out for the future self. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.